together with policymakers, corporate partners, investors, I would say even the entrepreneur startup ecosystem, we're able to build a unique organization and a unique network. I would like to say a very big thank you for our parliamentary secretary, who is also representing the BMZ, for making it possible to be here. I'm really honored, Mom, to have you here today. Thank you so much. Secondly, I would like to say a big thank you to all our distinguished speakers. It is really a pleasure. I cannot mention all of you, but I want to tell the audience out there, stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be beautiful.
Today we are making the 5th anniversary of the annual Afrolynk Conference, so I would like to say happy birthday. You have contributed to a vibrant startup ecosystem connecting Europeans and Africans. You have highlighted the potential of both digitalization and young African living in Germany and abroad. And you have brought the question of how to support African entrepreneurs onto the political agenda.
Intellectual women surrounding me, and also wonderful people who are actually on the backstage, and I'm hoping that we would also showcase them as soon as possible. I would like to say a big thank you to our supporter and our partner, the lead partner, for making it happen. We are here with wonderful people, like I said, and on my right, I would like to start with Faye to briefly introduce herself.
I'm Faye. I'm working at Berlin Partner for Business and Technology as a project manager. And in that function, I support businesses who select Berlin as their new location during their starting up phase with various services. Probably can tell more about that later.
So my name is Ansla Manfo. I'm the co-founder of My Career Path, based in Berlin. And My Career Path is a career coaching and also recruitment company here in Berlin. And we're here to promote diversity, equity and inclusion. And I'm super excited to be here.
My name is Alexandra Gander. I'm co-founder of Manuyo, and I'm here to tell you more about the idea of Manuyo that has been founded for a few months in Berlin, and I will hear more.
My name is Carolyn. I'm also with Berlin Partner, where I'm responsible for all startup activities. This has a political side to it, a Berlin ecosystem side, but it is also partly my responsibility to take care of internationalization when it comes to international startups coming to Berlin and Berlin-based startups going abroad. And I think you have seen my colleague Karina before, who is actually one of the key experts in our team to do internationalization.
As Rosaline said, you're based in Germany, but also you have activities on the African continent. So maybe, please, from your perspective, why should we start changing the relationships now, as they haven't been changed in the last, let's say, hundreds of years, and why is now the time to do it?
Okay, thank you very much for putting that across to me. My opinion, from my working experience in Africa, it is not just about changing the relationship right now. Luckily, we all have seen what the pandemic has brought to us. It has unstabilized all markets. It doesn't matter if it's the European market or the African market.
The COVID situation shows that we are globally connected, and we are even more than ever dependent on emerging markets. And from a macro perspective, I would say, and even like just observation, is that a lot of African countries managed to deal with these sort of current global issues better than Europeans did.
And I'm joining you with the hat of being the WSA national expert for Ghana, and also one of the people, there are more than 100 people who have the privilege of judging the World Summit Awards. And it's a role that has allowed me to appreciate the genius and creativity of startups all around the world as they are designing solutions that are purpose-driven and are intended to achieve the SDGs. The president of Ghana likes saying SDGs are good for business and business is good for SDG.
You know, when you get to a position where you see what is happening in several countries, it gives you an idea of how you might be supporting few of the ventures already there. Someone mentioned this morning Afrolynk, obviously, but AfriLabs and other networks going on already. If we are able to support them in their efforts of building a network, of taking a repository of the amazing ideas developed across the continent, we are then able, even as a DFI or as a venture capitalist, to identify where am I putting my investment. And in that sense, some people might tell you, I need money. But some others would tell you at this stage, I need a mentor. I need someone to guide me in knowing exactly where I'm putting my eggs. I need to understand at which stage I need to reach out to a venture capitalist or to an external partner. At which stage I need to develop the capabilities of my team. And that is important.
In terms of this conversation about how do we take the continent forward? How do we scale and how do we have a real meaningful impact and difference in the markets and economies that we're working in? The first is that I think it goes without saying that Africa's biggest challenge in my mind today isn't regulatory issues, it's not sovereign issues, it's not political stability. Africa's biggest challenge today, the way I see it, is the flight of talent.
What we see today is also a lot of private actors, but also of impact investors that were then joined by venture capitalists, I would say a little bit after, when the tech movement became really big. Tech was becoming the new, let's say, the new tool to solve all African solutions. So we had more and more fund managers getting large amounts of funding to invest in tech companies that can help Africa to kind of keep a level of development.
Yes, COVID was a blessing to our company, eCampus, by helping validate what we're trying to validate. That we can have quality education, quality training, delivery, business technology. He validated that.
Why you decided to start a business here in Berlin and then expand it or operate in Africa?
Boreal Light, as you said, was established in 2015 in Berlin. And when we established the business, from the first day, we knew that our market is not in Germany. We knew that this market is especially for places like Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America. So from the beginning, we had it in our mind. And then what we are doing, we started manufacturing solar water desalination systems. So we could see that the market is lacking. And
in the meantime, we just want to say a very big thank you. We have also, as we had planned to go forward, the director of the Africa for Africa initiative, Microsoft, Mrs. Amaroti Abdullah. She's currently on stage now.
It was a pleasure to be here, and let me reiterate sort of my congratulations first to the Afrolynk team for reaching this incredible milestone of 5 years. We've had sort of a long-lasting relationship engagement with Moses and Afrolynk, and I'm pleased to sort of see the continuation of this event despite the current challenges.
I am Jessica Berlin, and the name is indeed my real name, and not a marketing joke for the city of Berlin. I have founded a company called Construct about 5 years ago, based here in Berlin. We're a strategy advisory and do tank, helping build partnerships and support market entry and the scaling of technology for development solutions in emerging markets around the world.
Congratulations. This again a very important space with a lot of impact, and as a Nigerian, I'm super proud to see so many Nigerian startups making this list of top 10 impact makers in this space. Congrats.
So this obviously also always requires fresh ideas. So yes, get in touch with us, and also again from our side, congratulations.
Yeah, I also want to say congratulations. We're so happy to be part of this format. It's so great. All of the titles just mentioned from the startup sound super interesting. Hope we hear from a lot of them and as well. Yeah, we with the Tingy, we would like to support a world where education isn't an exclusive resource and is only available for privileged people. So we want to share this thought. We want to share free education and support, especially for local needs. And we hope we work together in the future.
So you'd have also to go to say the latest news, but you'd also find some big companies who are doing a lot of things. You'd have to look for 4 or 5 stories before you got to that. So I'd like to challenge our brothers in the media, including Afrobiz Germany, our partner over here, to write more positive stories about startups within the African continent. Anyway, so tell me, who were your top startups or the ones that you were looking forward to be in the nomination to be in the nomination process?
To be honest, I would try not to be biased, but although I'm a Nigerian, but I would first of all say Life Bank from Nigeria. During the whole COVID time, even as now, she's doing such a great job in terms of on the African continent as well as specifically in Nigeria. It was an honor for me actually to be able to put her on the list and say she made it there.
That's great. I think also similarly for me, there is Fresh in a Box from Zimbabwe. I think they're the only one that made it there. I think they made a very positive impact, especially during the coronavirus, in terms of them being in the agri sector, but also being in the logistics sector. So congratulations to Kuda and the team. I'm also happy that some of the startups that we worked with last year during the Afrolynk Conference in Berlin, I think it's Mscan, if I'm not mistaken, Innovex, as well as Winner Hardware, they also made the top 50. So I guess startups for next year again, join the Afrolynk Conference, join the Afrolynk programs, you might get yourself in the top 50. Lola, once again, what would you say to all the other startups that are just watching that did not make it? What do they have to do for them to be part of the list next year and in the coming years?
First of all, I would say be encouraged. It doesn't mean that because you didn't make it to the list, you're not doing your best. But I would say try a bit harder, try as much as possible also to get noticed. And at the same time, whatever you do in-house would also show no matter how long it takes or no matter how you are actually maybe not on a global perspective. But I would say try your hard best, do what you're doing with your heart, and then you will make it.
Participating startups, the percentage of female founders was probably higher than ever in the 4 prior years. I think that's a good sign for what to come. And many experts kept on talking about that the female ecosystem of entrepreneurs and founders is growing, but they also, like for example, angel investors particularly focused on that marketplace. But they also reminded us that more is needed to be done because particular encouragement and support is needed. And then the last one is I'd like to, in the African Hero section, Vusi Tembekwayo really caught my attention when he called out that one of the things that is badly needed now is not technology or money, it's empathy. He talked about empathy for the others, for our co-workers, for our customers, for our partners, why that empathy should be at the base of our business, building trust and building opportunity. And he combined that with one of the challenges that African startups have is the flight of talent. And we've seen that, right? Moses is sitting actually in Berlin, not in Ghana, although I'm unfairly picking on him because I know how busy he is in Ghana as well. But it is one of the challenges that we have on the African continent is to make sure that the talent can be thriving there as well.
Big thank you. This is the production team. Oh, I'm being squeezed here. This is just for 2 minutes and we are out of here. So we want to say a very big thank you again. It was an honor, and please let's stay tuned, stay in touch and connect with each and everyone. It was a pleasure. Thank you once again and all the best.